Officials allowed her the moment to get the emotions out of her, and some officials wouldn't do that.
Did you
Yeah,
upset?
I got kneed right in the quad. Like, that hurts. Like, the ref can't miss that. And then I have to play with a contusion in my leg the rest of the game. Like, it's ridiculous.
If the NBA is going to review calls.
Welcome back, everyone. Buckle up, because today's story is absolutely wild. I've got a very interesting and informative video for you, so without wasting any more time, let's jump right into it. We have exercised patience. Over the past 3 weeks, we have watched Clark being shoved, elbowed, choked, and kneed. Her back injury caused her to miss 5 games. We watched her return in a 25-minute restriction, play through the injury, and fulfill every request made by the coaching staff. Then, on July 15, 2026, Clark was kneed in the quad by Kia Stokes in front of her home crowd, causing her to fall near the stanchion. The referee was right there, yet no call was made. If you appreciate this content, consider giving this video a like and subscribing to the channel. Believe it or not, more than 93% of viewers haven't subscribed yet. It's free, takes only a second, and means the world to us. So, have you subscribed already? Great. Thank you so much for your support. Now, let's get back to the video.
Play with Stokes that made you upset, and then you hopped into the back.
Quad. Like, that hurts. Like, the ref can't miss that. And then I have to play with a contusion in my leg the rest of the game. Like, it's ridiculous. Can't miss calls like that.
Did they give you an explanation right after when you
She
went up
said
to him?
I initiated the contact. Which is fine. You can't knee me in the leg, knock me over.
The same referee then told Clark that she had initiated the contact. After making the basket, Clark was kneed in the quad, knocked to the floor, got back up with a limp, and received no call at all. So, she did exactly what many of us watching at home wanted to do. She walked straight toward the referee, raised her fist in the air, and shouted F-bombs loudly enough for the cameras to capture every word. Call it, please. I was fouled 5 times.
An elevated level of physicality that obviously compromised her availability last season where she missed a few games. There is a palpable resentment towards this girl where you have people who are resenting of her star power and her cachet. And as a result, if they have an opportunity to go at her, they're going to take.
In front of 17,000 spectators, our daughter finally said what many believed this officiating crew needed to hear on her own court. The referee's response was to warn the player they had just allowed to be kneed in the leg without a call, rather than offering an apology or acknowledging that the play had been missed. This is the part that truly outraged us.
WNBA is putting itself well in the category of the WWE, where you don't really talk about the games, you talk about all the stupid stuff that surrounded. They're also trying to make Alyssa Thompson a victim for the throat punch heard around the world of Caitlin Clark.
Stephanie White was asked about the non-call after the game. She said she had been told that Clark was the one who initiated the contact. According to White's remarks at the podium, Caitlin made the initial contact. That's all they said that. She always seems to be the one making the first move. I'm trying to avoid being fined. All I'll say, once again, is that we simply need to keep asking for consistency. She repeated that Clark always seemed to be the one making the first move. Our head coach was discussing a franchise player who had just been kneed in the quad, fallen to the floor, walked away with a limp, gone to the locker room, returned, and still played 26 minutes despite already dealing with a back injury.
Talking to the official after that play, Caitlin got kneed in the quad and hopped off for a sec. Did they give you an explanation for the no color and how she do it?
No, they said Caitlin initiated the contact.
That's all they did.
That's all they said. She seems to always be initiating the contact.
Yeah, you mentioned Caitlin always seems to initiate the contact. Just what did you see in the officiating overall tonight, or just in general?
Chloe, I'm trying to not get fined. Again, all I'll say is that we just keep asking for consistency.
Anything else? All right, we'll end it there.
Additionally, White said after the game that Clark always seemed to be the one making the first move, a remark the media has characterized as carrying a hint of sarcasm. We understand that White was trying to avoid a fine. Even if she said it herself, that remains the issue. On June 24, we watched Stephanie White stand at the podium and describe the play as outrageous and insane.
And here, aware of what happened 2 nights ago? And that still happens?
What?
Absolutely unacceptable.
No, she didn't, dude.
Absolutely
You just
unacceptable.
cursed?
And the reckless closeout that they actually reviewed, and the foot still comes down on top of the defender's foot that wasn't upgraded? Absolutely disrespectful.
In a single press conference, we watched her describe the Thomas incident as completely unacceptable 5 separate times. And now, White responds with a sarcastic remark about Clark always making the first contact after her own player was kneed in the quad and knocked to the floor on her home court.
I believe there's been a failure on the part of some people to appreciate the mantra of a rising tide lifts all boats. Ride this cash cow till the wheels come off. They did it in the NBA with Magic Johnson. They did it ultimately with Michael Jordan. You know, that's how you do this. You find somebody that just galvanizes folks and ingratiates themselves with the public at large in such a way where everywhere they go and whatever they do, everybody wants to watch.
Your star player isn't being protected by that. That's throwing her under the bus with a smile. Compared to her own head coach, Clark was more direct, more honest, and more willing to speak out when it mattered. She hit me right in the quadriceps. It hurts. The referee can't miss that. After that, I had to finish the rest of the game with a bruise on my leg. It's ridiculous. You can't knock me over or knee me in the leg. That's exactly what Clark said.
In this particular situation, I thought that the last official should have been able to catch that. I was actually watching this game and I was like, oh, wow, that was a bit much. So in that moment, I thought that the official missed the call. I'm not surprised that the league went back and fined Alyssa Thomas.
Don't be sarcastic or worry about being penalized. Just tell the truth about what happened to her body and why the officiating crew allowed it to happen without making a call. From the opening tip, the Golden State Valkyries, owners of the WNBA's top-ranked defense, turned Clark's night into a difficult one. Indiana fell behind 12-2 early because of Golden State's relentless defensive pressure in a game her team needed after losing sole possession of first place in the Eastern Conference. Clark finished the first half on her home court with 2 points, shooting 1 for 5 from the field.
I mean, isn't bullying, like, let's look at the NBA. Bullying on the court is a thing that has happened before.
It is a rite of passage, and it is a sign of respect. And for someone who doesn't know the game, for you to use certain words, we've got to be careful with our words. She's not getting beaten. She's not being bullied. No one's pulling her hair. No one's telling her she can't come out and play with them. That is a sign of respect. If I go at you because you're supposed to be a superstar, you're supposed to take it. Ask LeBron. Ask Michael Jordan. Ask the greats. It's a sign of respect. No one's bullying.
And when she gets asked, that's what...
To take the lead, Indiana responded with a 17-4 run in the third quarter. One of the season's best highlights came from Clark, who stole the ball, missed a three-pointer, grabbed her own rebound, and delivered a behind-the-back spin pass to Aaliyah Boston for a three that brought everyone in the arena to their feet. That's what Clark was able to do despite dealing with a back injury, a quad contusion, playing under a minutes restriction, and shooting 15.8% from three over her previous 3 games.
Now we're being painted as thugs and there's death threats out on us, so it's really unacceptable. It's something that needs to change in this league, and I'm just really excited.
She continued to impact the game, and during the final 2 minutes of the third quarter, Caitlin Clark scored 10 points. The Valkyries answered with a 12-4 run, and Indiana's lead disappeared. The fourth quarter turned into a disastrous finish. The final score was 88-75. With the loss, the Fever fell into a first-place tie with the Atlanta Dream in the Eastern Conference at 14-10, while Golden State improved to 18-7. Clark finished with 13 points, 6 assists, shot 4 of 14 from the field, and went 1 of 8 from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, Stephanie White's coach's challenge was unsuccessful, costing Indiana a timeout. Golden State also turned the Fever's 11 first-half turnovers into 11 points.
I do think that there is a thing called pretty privilege. There is a thing called white privilege. There is a thing called tall privilege. And we have to acknowledge that. And so part of it is about race, because if you think about the Brittany Griners of the world, you know, why did she have to go to play in Russia?
They wouldn't pay her.
Because they wouldn't pay her.
Because they wouldn't pay her.
And we have grown-ass men and women out here doing whatever they can to try to make sure that does not happen. That is the weirdest thing in the world, but it is what it is, and I'm glad that Caitlin has a great head on her shoulder.
During her injury-plagued 2025 season, when she appeared in just 13 games, Clark suffered 2 quad contusions. She took another knee to the same area last night, went to the locker room, returned, played for 26 minutes, and finished the game. Although she says she wasn't concerned about the injury, every Clark supporter who watched her limp off the court understands what a quad contusion could mean after what happened in 2025. It brings back memories of missed games and watching opponents compete while she sat on the bench in street clothes. Clark now has 5 technical fouls this season, with an automatic suspension coming at 8. Even the officials appeared to recognize the situation after she directed F-bombs at the referee on Wednesday night and received only a warning. The Fever were scheduled to play back-to-back home games against the Seattle Storm on Friday and the New York Liberty on Saturday. Before the Valkyries game, Clark admitted she was uncertain about her availability for those consecutive matchups. Every Fever fan has reason to be concerned heading into the weekend with a new quad contusion added to a back that is still recovering, especially on a back-to-back schedule. Following the missed foul, many viewed Stephanie White's comment as one of the most surprising remarks a coach could make about a franchise player. Will Clark's health be affected by WNBA officiating before the All-Star game? Let us know in the comments. And that's where we'll leave today's story. Whether you agree with the officiating or not, one thing is clear. Moments like these always spark intense debate among fans, analysts, and players alike. We'll have to wait and see whether the league responds to these concerns and what happens in Caitlin Clark's upcoming games. Now it's your turn. Do you think the officials handled this game correctly? Should the WNBA make changes to improve consistency in officiating? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I read every one of them. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss the latest WNBA news, Caitlin Clark updates, and the biggest basketball stories. Thanks for watching, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video.